Welcome to Eagle Field House. We got some JV action. The Nixa Eagles taking on the Carthage Tigers. If you're new here, I'm Evan Brett alongside my partner Cooper Levan. Cooper, how you feeling about this game?
I am feeling very excited for this game. Gotta love watching the Nixa Eagles play. Those boys know what they're doing. These Carthage Tigers, first time in the building this year. We're gonna see how they come into this game, and and this is gonna be a good matchup for the boys. I feel like.
Exactly right. You know, we got some key players on this team. You know, you see Matthew Ajayi getting those varsity minutes, Jalen Liddell. But some recent emergence here is Grady Oaf. I believe last 2 games he's entered 18 to 20 points. You know, he's just been a real factor for the JV Eagles.
Yes, sir. We've got a lot of depth on this team. I feel like you know, with these varsity minutes, that means they're getting these real comp plays, and they know what they're doing on this JV court. So they're more experienced, and they can really bring together this team.
Exactly. Definitely a much stronger JV than a lot of schools have. You know, you'll see them kind of top out with all their best players on varsity, but we got some real, you know, some great, just skillful basketball players on this side. You know, like I said earlier with Jalen and Matthew Ajayi, you know, coming down to play a little bit of JV action. You might only see Matthew and Jalen play about 2 quarters because, you know, they come such a piece in that varsity game.
And judging by that, with these varsity minutes, we might see some more bench players getting some more time, which would be definitely great for this team. More fun to see, and to get these boys some experience.
Exactly. You know, Eagles love to run their offense through Cameron Miller. We saw it last game. Republic would slide someone in that middle to try to shut that down, but you know, Cam really took advantage. We saw someone on their team at a huge height advantage at 6'7". That's not a size you see on JV a lot. And I felt like he handled it very well. I mean, he was the Eagles' leading scorer.
Yeah, that is an absurd height. No one like that on our JV. But we've definitely got some height on the team. A lot of forwards, a lot of bigs, and we're going to see how this team can take it against Carthage.
And adding on to that, you know, I feel like maybe not the tallest team. We max at about 6'4", 6'5". We even have Landon at 6'6", but not the tallest team, but we use our size super well. You'll see Adam and Colton in the varsity game just go into their bigger opponents. And for looking at the Carthage Tigers, not the biggest team, I'd struggle with the matchups down low.
Yeah, it looks to be very few people above 6 foot. So we'll definitely see some matchups that might not be best for the Carthage Tiger, but it's not about height, it's about skill.
We will go to the starting lineups. We'll be back.
Nixa High School and tonight's JV action. So let's go ahead and meet the starters for the Tigers JV team. He's a 5'10" sophomore forward, number 1, Carden Brown. He's a 5'9" junior guard, number 2, Dominic Metlock. He's a 5'9" sophomore guard, number 10, Drew Campbell. And he's a 6 foot junior forward, number 20, Cohen Oates. Rounding out the top 5, it'll be a 6 foot sophomore guard, number 24, Oliver Crouch. JV Tigers are head coached by Andy Hogan Miller. And now let's meet the starters for the JV Eagles. He's a 5'10" junior guard, number 0, Jalen Liddell. He's a 6 foot junior guard, number 5, Matthew Ajayi. He's a 6 foot junior forward guard, number 15, Grady Oaf. He's a 6 foot 3" junior forward, number 20, Sam Kranz. And he's a 6 foot 4" junior forward, number 23, Cameron Miller. And the JV are head coached by Scott Miller.
And here we go. We got tip off. Cam Miller on the tip for the Eagles. And Oliver Crouch, Tigers. we are underway. The Eagle Fieldhouse. Oliver Crouch handling the ball for the Tigers early.
Gonna get a blocking foul there on Sam Kranz, trying to go up for the block there.
And so far for the Tigers, you know, you've seen them play pretty aggressive off the start. You'll see them swinging that ball around and driving in a lot.
To the line to shoot 2 for the Tigers, Cohen Oakes. As he makes the first one. We will see if he can go 2 for 2 at the line. And he will go 2 for 2 at the line as Nixa inbounds the ball.
And free throws, you know, that's a big part of the game. You'll see that, you know, come down to the wire, just who can hit those shots at the end. And Jalen Liddell with the jumper. It is pure.
Jalen Liddell.
And Nixa will come out in a press early. Right there, just, you know, Nixa clearly trying to get into these Tiger ball handlers early, trying to force some turnovers. It will be number 2, Dominic Metlatch inbounding the ball.
Some great hands there by Liddell, and that'll be with Carthage after the great poke.
You know, and so far, we've seen a lot of, you know, Crouch and Cohen. It was kind of doing most of the ball handling so far. Both of them are being very aggressive, just attacking the Eagles early, trying to draw fouls.
And some good defense there by the Nixa Eagles to draw the 5-second.
And it will be Liddell taking the ball down for the Eagles. Liddell swings to Ajayi. Ajayi to Miller. He thought about the 3, swings it to Kranz. Hope with the jump, with the 3 ball. No good. Over Crouch with the rebound, going coast to coast and blocked by Cameron Miller. Goes in transition. And they'll elect to slow it down. The Eagles so far playing very aggressive on defense, doing a great job, or excuse me, not defense, on offense, swinging that ball around real well. And, you know, we've seen it a lot with Varsity. They just do such a great job of swinging that ball around. They'll get into motion. They cut, and it really opens up the Tigers' defense.
I couldn't agree more. We've seen great ball movement out of these boys the entire season. As I say that, the ball will be
Maybe a little bit of announcer's jinx right there.
But overall, we've seen some amazing ball movement by these boys, and they've been getting lots of buckets off cuts and off screens.
You see right here, you know, just trying to work it inside. We talked about that size mismatch that they have. And Kranz with the bucket. But like we were saying, just Carthage really going to have to overcome that size disadvantage that they have. You know, their tallest player is 6'2". It'll be Crouch handling the ball and rebound by Campbell. Dish over to Metlatch, and that bucket is good.
Beautiful
what a shot from
3
Jalen
ball.
Liddell. I mean, the confidence to just take that shot, and then stolen by Mathan Ajayi, and he gets an easy layup. You know, that's something we see a lot of from Ajayi and Liddell in the varsity games. I mean, if we can get Liddell to get some confidence shot, you know, a great shooter off the dribble. He's super dangerous with the ball in his hands, and then Ajayi has been a main defensive piece on that varsity end. You'll see him use those long arms to his advantage and force turnover.
And yes, this is what I was talking about pregame, is these varsity minutes really shape their character and build them for these JV games. They really makes them seem like veterans on the court. As they come out with a great press, get a player into the table here.
You know, just a little bit of an errant pass, and credit to the Eagles. That defense is just kind of making them panic a little bit. You see Oaf inbound to Liddell, and Liddell just attacking immediately and couldn't get it to go, but you know, that's a shot you want him to take. And Liddell with the quick hands again, poking it off Crouch's leg. It'll be Eagles basketball.
You know, missed the layup, and he just wasn't having it. He had to go get that ball back. Great defense by Liddell.
And that's something we've seen a lot of with the Nixa team in general. They'll make a mistake, but they don't hang their heads. They get back and make that next play. And we'll see they'll try to get just an over-the-top inbound, use that size advantage for Miller. And it draws a foul on number 20, Cohen Oaks. Seems like they'll do the same thing, just inbound to Miller. And it looks like they will reset at the top of the key. I mean, already just running a lot of, and Liddell with the pull-up J, but running a lot of people off screens and just getting a lot of motion going. And they're clearly trying to set their own pace in this game.
I couldn't agree more. It is very rare that you see 5 Eagles standing still. 4 nonetheless without the basketball because they're always moving off ball, trying to create something.
Right there, we saw Oaks get that rebound, but the Eagles are just do a great job of getting their hands in there. I know from my experience playing basketball, you just kind of, sometimes you'll get a little relaxed and just hold on to that ball just a little bit loose, and you can just get your hand in there and knock it out.
And that'll stay with the Nixa Eagles as it is poked out of bounds.
We've seen that a lot today. Just the Eagles getting their hand in there, just forcing it off the Tigers' leg. It'll be in down to the Miller. Miller to Oaf. Oaf on the drive in, just couldn't get to go. We will see Dominic Metlatch taking it up for the Tigers. So far, Eagles just really getting into these defenders, offenders. They're pressing them almost all the way up to the half-court line, just not going to let them get anything going.
Everyone's sliding their feet, and this Carthage team is having a rough time getting inside or creating shots. Eagles are playing some phenomenal defense here.
Brown to Raj, and you're seeing a lot of Carthage rebounds, something we're not used to seeing as much, especially with that size disadvantage that they have, but they're doing a great job of just getting in there and making the Eagles pay for not boxing out. It'll be Crouch going up and just can't get it to go. And Eagles will go into transition. Oaf attacking off that dribble, and that would be an easy layup. Something he does a great job of is just using his quick first step. You'll see him slow it down just a little bit and then just take almost just in a flash, just get right around his defender. Eagles will stay in this press. And it's just been giving them trouble. Ajayi and Kranz in there with those long arms. Can't get it to go.
Timeout. Called by the Carthage Tigers when we come back.
And it will be a timeout for the Carthage Tigers.
And to the floor for the Tigers.
I believe a full timeout. So we will be back after this timeout. Oh, excuse me. No. It's
Carthage Tigers.
And we are back after that Carthage timeout. Cooper, what do you feel like the Eagles have done well so far in this first half, or first period, excuse me?
Defensively, I feel like they've been sliding their feet and really making it difficult for this Carthage team to get the ball in the basket. And offensively, we've seen a lot of cutting, a lot of movements, and it's just some good layups as we see more good hands by Liddell there. Almost gets a steal.
Exactly, and you'll see Carthage, they drew up something for that press that was giving them a lot of trouble. They're sliding a couple people more in that middle area, try and break it. And you'll just see right there, they try to go into him, maybe draw a foul, but just, Oaf is just too strong. He just kind of stood there and just knocked the ball out. It will be Haslip inbounding the ball for the Tigers. And just, that sent that away.
Looked like a block, but it was just an inbound.
Not in his house.
Cameron Miller.
Haslip will be taking the ball up for the Tigers, crossing the timeline. And the Tigers so far doing a lot of cutting. They're trying to get it in there. It's just, as we see again right there, just knocking that ball loose. The Eagles have done a great job of just getting their hands in there.
Great hands by the Eagles. As Oaf will pull down the board and push it.
And Bridges with the miss, and they're pushing it up fast. Pass to Miller. Out to Liddell. His three-pointer. It's off the mark. Rebound.
Great pass by Rennie.
I mean, what a pass. Not just the pass, but great cut from Sam. You know, to have the awareness to get in there and get wide open in those open pockets. And Eagles will stick in the press. And again, just something we've seen a lot of, you know, Met latch off from the left. They're just kind of speeding themselves up, and that's exactly what Nixa has been wanting to do. And we'll see. Floater from Sam Kranz. And, you know, Eagles doing a great job. And another great pass on that backside, and Rennie
and one. Great play by Spencer Rennie. Way to fight down there.
We've seen so many times already just back-to-back possessions where, you know, though a lot will happen, it'll get a little chaotic, and the Tigers just kind of collapse on defense and leave that backside wide open, and it's just an easy bounce pass in there for a layup. We'll see Rennie at the line to convert the and one.
And we will see number 3, Jameis Thornton, get his first playtime of the night.
It's up and good. Eagles up 16-4. You know, gotten off to a hot start early. Just haven't taken their foot off the gas. And Miller just taking it like taking candy from a baby. I mean, just took it right from him. It's an easy basket. That might be the easiest one he'll have all night.
Eagles with some great transition defense as 20.
But a tough
Cohen Oaks. Yeah, tough bucket. Great lay.
You know, I thought Grady just kind of stood in there and took the beating. You saw him lower his shoulder into him, try to create some space. Great defense from Ove, but you know, a better finish from Oaks. And Liddell will slow it down, going to try to get last shot for the Eagles. Rennie with the three. And it is pure. Spencer Rennie with the three. And that will be it. After one, 21-6. I mean, if you're the Eagles, you don't want to, and that's exactly how you want to start off a game.
For these Eagles, it has been a game of defense so far. We have seen this press, and we have seen transition defense phenomenal by these boys, only allowing 6 points in the quarter. And I couldn't be more proud of them.
And with that, we will be back for the second quarter.
This is Mr. Callahan. He doesn't talk much on TV,
Nope.
but he does love helping people,
Yes, I do.
and he's really good at it. He has daily training with his team to make sure your system is running at its best.
Always.
And if you have questions about your HVAC system, he'll come to your house. No problem.
Anytime.
Callahan Heating and Cooling. Whew, I'm out of breath.
I'm doing great.
Join our Callahan Care Club. Call today. Callahan Heating and Cooling.
And we are back from the first period. It will be Nixa basketball. Jalen Liddell inbounding the ball. You know, so far, Liddell. And we are back. You know, Eagles working the ball around early. Miller will get aggressive and go in and just get an easy layup using that size advantage that we talked about. Eagles staying in that press even though up big, and it will force another turnover. Thornton goes in and draws the foul.
And we have seen that countless times already throughout this game. A steal and an almost bucket or a bucket for the Eagles.
And you've seen, you know, a little bit of not converting off those missed opportunities. We look to the replay. I mean, clear foul, way to get in there and just draw it. But they would be up even bigger right now if they can convert some layups. You've seen them, you know, miss some open shots, and I mean, you can't even with those missed shots. 24-6, you know, just dominating early.
I would agree. Carthage has let some slip as Thornton knocks down both his free throws.
I mean, Nixa is staying in that press, not taking their foot off the gas clearly, and they are trapping everything. No matter what they draw up, just doesn't seem to work. We'll see Ford. And they'll call out of bounds Thornton might have stepped out right there. You know, we saw 3 people in there. Bound to happen.
Great defense and way to rip it by Thornton. Just sadly had his foot out of bounds there.
We'll see Haslip taking the ball up. And, I mean, Liddell with the quick hands again. They're making it really hard for them to get it anywhere past the half-court line. And
it'll be Nixa basketball. These Eagles are giving the Tigers some problems.
exactly. They're swarming every single ball handler that they see. I was about to say that they dropped back into that, you know, the end of the man defense, stopped a little bit of that press, but, I mean, Liddell instantly got in there and forced a turnover. Liddell will bring it up for the Eagles. Kick out to Ove. Ove's three-pointer is good.
Bucket's good.
Great pass, better shots for the 3 ball by Ove.
Exactly. And, you mean, a big problem for the Eagles on the varsity side is their three-pointers haven't been able to go, but
Nice look.
the Eagles have
Bucket's
definitely
good.
rewritten that
Go it,
for the
Oaks.
JV game, and we'll see Oaks. You know, he has almost all the points for the Tigers so far, up to 6 of their 8.
We'll say they have been looking for him a lot.
Miller working on Oaks. I mean, gets his own rebound, he goes back up and draws the foul.
Way to fight, Miller. He will go to line to shoot 2.
Right there, you know, just way to use that size and get in there and just, you know, he missed the first shot, but he was still resilient, got back up there, got his rebound, and was able to get to the line. First one is up and good.
Back to the floor for the Eagles, number 5, Matthew Ajayi.
To check in will be number 5, Mathan Ajayi, number 20, Sam Kranz,
Logan Stevens.
and it would appear to be Logan Stevens, but I believe he will stay at the scores table for another possession.
He will get the shooter. And we'll see Liddell come out of the game. You know, he's been huge for this Nixa press, as has Ajayi, excuse me. Both of them just do a great job of getting their hands on those balls, and Miller hits his second, and he will come out for Stevens.
Logan Stevens.
With Liddell and Miller out, you know, they're dropping back into a more passive, not as much of a press. Brown, and he just, Ajayi got his hands on that. Just using those long arms that he does so well. He's just a very aware player. And Rennie just gets his hands on another pass, you know, just almost like the Tigers are just showing them where they're going to go with the ball, just telegraphing everything with their eyes.
These Eagles will not let up on defense, and if the score gets to a point, we might see a full bench rotation in the second half.
Again, Rennie with a steal, and Nixa back out in transition. And what a move from Ajayi over to Thornton. And that is a beautiful offensive possession. What a pass from Ajayi. See Crouch bringing it up over to Bridges. Bridges to Oaks, and he'll get in there. And he is the only thing that's been going for the Tigers so far.
Another bucket for him as no one picks up on Kranz, and he draws an and one.
I mean, way to just get right back out for offense. You know, I mean, you let up the bucket, but just runs back there and gets wide open. Easy bucket for Kranz, and he's at the line.
We see on the replay some contact by 12. Isaac Langford, as Kranz will shoot for his and one opportunity.
And Kranz can't get it to go. Carthage pushing this ball up, trying to catch Nix's defense off guard. See Crouch over to Langford. Langford with the J, can't get it to go. Rebound Ajayi, they're pushing up with Kranz. Kranz to Thornton. Thornton to Rennie. Rennie goes up, and it is good. You know, it just feels like Nixa is getting whatever they want at that offensive end.
A few pass fakes and just elected to throw it up at the rim, and it went right in.
You know, he had Stevens. I thought he was going to kick it out, but you know, a couple pass fakes got the defenders guessing and created space for him. See Brown off the dribble. Over to Bridges. Bridges trying to make it work. There's great help defense there from Rennie to block up that lane. See Crouch get in there, and he will step out of bounds. You know, Rennie just playing some very physical defense, getting into his defender. And we'll see Cameron Miller come in for Rennie.
Thornton to inbound the ball, and we will see him bring it down the court.
Thornton to Kranz. Kranz over to Ajayi. Ajayi with the pass fake. Stevens with the 3, and it is no good. We see Carthage kind of coming out in a little bit more of an aggressive zone, and Kranz with the quick hands able to tip it away from him, but it stays Tigers ball.
On the offensive possession by the Eagles, I would like to say those varsity minutes really starting to show for Matt. Then he read the defense, and Ajayi swung it to Stevens. Just unfortunately did not drop.
Exactly. I mean, we've seen multiple players from the JV get varsity minutes. I mean, almost the entire starting lineup. And Kranz with the quick hands again. And they will get They will get Bronx Bridges with the foul. You know, Kranz just being super aggressive. And yeah, you can see on that replay, just completely shoves him. Kranz on the inbound.
The Eagles are being some absolute pests for the Tigers today.
I mean, you're exactly right. Just clearly winning that turnover battle. And Miller from the top of the key can't get it to go. Instantly, they'll get some pressure on him. See Metlatch bringing it down. Metlatch to Oaks. Oaks playing very physical today and blocked by Cameron Miller. We'll see them pushing in transition. Ajayi gets the lay and one.
Brilliant play by Ajayi there. Way to push it down the court and get that bucket.
Exactly. You know, right there you'll see the play from Miller, and then the great pass from Stevens. Just way to get your head up and look down court. And Ajayi with no fear just goes right into his defender.
And I will agree with that call. I did see him lean in a little bit. That's a great call by the official, and we'll see if Mathen can clean it up.
I mean, maybe one more second, he would have had it. And Ajayi can't get it to go. Oaks pushing it in transition on Ajayi. Ajayi falls to the ground, maybe a little bit of push off there. And it is off from Langford. Liddell pushing it in transition. Great pass to Kranz, and that is another bucket.
Great pass by Liddell.
I mean, you see just a very selfless player. I mean, right there, he could have had the bucket, maybe, I mean, a chance at a bucket, but just decided to give it off to Kranz. See Metlatch handling it over to Haslip. Haslip trying to get anything to go for these Tigers. Back out to Metlatch with the 3, and it is good.
Three-point bucket's good.
So that's something that they haven't seen a lot of at all this game. Scored mostly through Oaks. That is his first bucket of the game. Back out to Liddell. Liddell with the 3, and he answers.
The Eagles answer.
Good callback by Liddell, bucket for bucket. And it was a phenomenal shot. And at the scores table, we will see Landon Strafford and Jacob Hackley to check into the ballgame for the Nixa Eagles.
You know, we talked about Stafford in the postgame or pregame, excuse me. Such a big guy. I mean, very athletic. We saw him in that Catholic game get his first, I believe, his first in-game dunk. You know, he's just going to be a big problem for the Tigers. And Cameron Miller picks up a foul. That's their first team foul. Played a lot of clean basketball this quarter.
It has been great, as Oaks will shoot 2 at the line, and we will see some subs check in.
And Oaks can't get the first one to fall. We'll see Jacob Hackley, Landon Stafford coming in for Sam Kranz and Mathen Ajayi. As Cohen Oaks gets his second attempt. Second attempt is no good. Rebound Stafford. Quick passing here for the Eagles. Liddell attacking off the dribble. And great move, and just couldn't get it to go. Tigers working in transition. Tries to get it to go. And another rebound right there, and Cam Miller just got his hands a little handsy there.
Props to Haslip for battling under there. The Eagles have 3 bigs on the court, and he's still getting those rebounds. That is a phenomenal play.
And sometimes it's just those little guards that can give the big guys trouble. You know, you just kind of forget about them down there, and they'll just grab that, take it from him. And he's no good on the first. We will see Tucker Reed coming in for Cohen Oaks. Cohen Oaks been the main offensive threat for the Tigers so far.
It'll be interesting to see what the Tigers come out with. This is a full small ball team against a pretty big dominant team. So we're going to see some interesting basketball.
Haslip good on the second. We see Liddell just attacking in transition, draws a foul. We've seen that a lot today. You know, Liddell just gets the ball in his hands and takes off. And no one can stay with him for the Tigers.
The Eagles love pushing the ball, and they have great switching of speeds. I mean, you'll see them go slow at some point, and then they will just burst into a full sprint.
Liddell's no good on the first. And you'll see, I mean, you're going to see a lot more players, minutes from the bench players, you know, being up so big. We'll get to see people like Landon. And Landon getting the offensive rebound and goes right up. I mean, that size that he has, he's getting it done early.
It's almost, as you could say, that's not a surprising rebound. I mean, this is a very big team.
And Metlatch with the three. That's his second one of the game, starting to get going a little bit. We'll see Hackley bring up the ball. Hackley to Stafford. Stafford swings it to Liddell. Liddell off the dribble. He's been attacking all game and just couldn't get it to go. Rebound Stafford. I mean, gets his own twice and finally draws a foul.
Some great play by Stafford there. Obviously the height difference, but just battling. I mean, you still got to have heart to play this sport, basketball, so we really love to see that.
Stafford. First one is no good. You've seen him come in and already make an impact. 3 rebounds already. Got that poke back from Liddell and already making his presence known. Second one is up, and it is good. Eagles with this bigger lineup will drop back into a man defense. Liddell just getting everywhere. I mean, all over they will force a travel. It'll be Jacob Hackley with the inbound.
This Nixa Eagles, the future looks bright. Landon Stafford is a sophomore, as long as Logan Stevens. Stafford at 6'6" and Stevens at 6'5". So lots of height for the young age.
Exactly. We'll see Liddell slow it down. Going to get this last shot. Tigers pressuring these Eagles. Liddell will slow it down. Going to get a screen. So just so fast, so hard to keep up with, and he gets a wide open shot right there. You know, maybe the presence of Stevens and Miller down low open up this Tigers defense. And that is exactly how you want to end the half. If you're the Eagles up 48-17. Having their way with the Tigers.
Some phenomenal defense by the Eagles, as we saw Liddell smack the ball out of his hands at the very end, not even letting him get a shot up for the buzzer beater. I mean, it's been the story of tonight. Great defense by the Eagles. And I wouldn't say it's bad offense by Carthage. It's just, I mean, these Eagles, man.
Exactly. And I feel like playing super aggressive, getting into those defenders, done a great job of not fouling. You know, you saw only 3 fouls in that quarter to, Carthage's 5. They've done a great job of just playing clean defense and getting into their defenders. But with that, we will be back after the halftime break. See you in about 10 minutes.
I mean, I used to look forward to Friday because, the school weekends, but now I look forward to it because I get to commentate football games. It's really fun and just enjoy doing it, and the close games are more fun to do by a long shot.
So this is our 4th official year as a class, 5th year with students running it. First year was a club, kind of getting off the ground. Last year we had, I think, about 160 live streams that we did, whether it was home or away, full broadcast or just a single camera with a kid on the road. We had 175,000 viewers last year, so just a crazy, crazy number. I would expect that number to grow this year based on what football's been doing so far. We don't even get to count all the people that are Big Whiskeys and 14 mil. I mean, that counts as 1 viewer for us.
This is my 3rd year. Freshman year, my friend was in the class, and he knew I wanted to be part of it, but I wasn't in the class yet. And we had district championship for baseball, and he's like, hey, do you want to call this game? And I was like, sure. Came along with the baseball team. My first game ever doing it, district championship. It was so fun. I just kind of fell in love and joined the class that next year, and here I am. It's just kind of an adrenaline rush. The crowd, I feed off everyone's energy, and whenever you got a great partner like Brady and a great crew like Dalton as our director, Burns doing a great job producing, there's just so many great people around you. You feel comfortable and you're not scared for anything.
So for football, I am the director. So that means I change the cameras, I tell everybody what they're supposed to be doing, where they go, I prepare like the schedule for the production. It's like Burns, and then there's me. Last year actually, it's like a bit of a learning curve because my first year doing it, but yeah, I think I've gotten it down pretty good.
For Nixa Live, I am the graphics operator. I put graphics up on our YouTube live streams. I pay attention to the game. If a player makes a play, I try to put their number in and get them up on the screen as quick as possible to highlight what they did in the game.
At the volleyball game, Nixa vs. Republic, I was running the camera. I've really done most of the things. I did graphics in the NIT a lot, I did replay. I know how to do it all, but not well maybe at all, but I know how to run it basically, and commentating is what I like doing the most. I started last year commentating basketball. I did a JV boys game and then a varsity girls game, and then Mr. Burns let me do the varsity girls games for district. I'm glad he gave me the opportunity to do it. I just love sports. I enjoy all of them, really anything. If it's on the TV, I'll watch it, so that's what got me interested.
Our school board, our administration, our principals here at the high school, our AD, I mean, he's been a tremendous supporter for us, trying to get us whatever we need. If something breaks, he's there to help get it fixed for us. They're a tremendous support. They're in our classroom, they're there at the games watching what we're doing. I put them on headset from time to time so they can kind of see what we're all about. So yeah, they've been great. The community's been wonderful. Everyone has been super supportive, and the product we have to show for it. The community helped make it possible, and now we get to give back to them. So it's been wonderful.
You know, what's been fantastic throughout the whole ordeal is the support of everybody in the community. From the parents, the administration here in the school is spectacular, to the community just in general. You know, I mean, you come to a home game, man, and it's packed every Friday night, and the amount of support that we felt Saturday night was amazing. You know, the whole place was packed.
Nixa is #1!
We had a bunch of people make it up to the game, a bunch of people support us as we left, and so it was really nice to have, you know, kind of the whole community, whole city backing us as we were going to go try and go win.
Even in the tents on the sideline, like whenever we're reviewing film from the game, like at points, I don't know if you experienced it, but like it was hard to hear like what Coach was saying just because like our fans were so loud. I mean, tagging on what he said, like a lot of people made it up there. Like our whole visitor side was packed. Like they were there's people standing because there wasn't enough seats, and that's crazy for like a 4-hour drive. I mean, that just shows you how much of the community and how much of our families support us, and they definitely showed up and showed out. So it was awesome to see.
Part of the tough part, and we met yesterday as a coaching staff, and you know, I didn't want them to suffer, to hurt. It is what it is. You can one more that thing to death. One more play here, one more tackle, one more run, one more pass, one more call, one more. You can one more to death. One more is not coming back. They're not going to rewind time. They're not going to. So what we do have to do, the hurtful part is we do got to go back and learn from our mistakes. We got to go back and learn, you know, what were the things that we didn't do well enough that we can improve on.
One thing definitely, I mean, we're the most winningest group to come through Nixa, 37-3, 4-time conference champs, 3-time district champs, 2-time state runner-up. I mean, we made history here, so definitely looking back on that. Just the great seasons and the brotherhood we've built. We went undefeated 7th grade, lost 1 8th grade, undefeated freshman, 2 years of undefeated JV.
You know, just this senior class and this group of guys that we have it's unlike anything, you know, any other school, you know, gets very often. And so just looking back on that's going to be really nice. You know, the relationships you build and just the people you do it with is always really important.
I'll just say thank you to the community for sure, and the coaches just for the amount of support that we get. You know, they always back us, like we were talking about with the stands and everything. It's just, Nixa Stadium is a great environment when the community shows up, and it's just amazing to see how much people actually support us.
You know, we've got a coaching staff, you know, a lot of schools will be lucky to have. Obviously, Coach Perry coming from Mississippi a couple years ago, like he's done wonders for this program. You know, our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, they are all great at what they do. You know, as an offensive lineman, Coach Medley, like I'd say he's one of the best offensive line coaches in the country. Like he definitely knows what he's doing, and we've got just so many coaches and support staff who are really, really good at what they do. And so we wouldn't be here without them for sure.
You know, there are two things can be true at the same time. You can be extremely upset, disheartened, heartbroken because you didn't finish the objective, but you can also be extremely grateful for everything that you have done. How many people in the state of Missouri or in the United States of America can say they went through high school and went 37-3? You know, you wake up Sunday, it feels like a nightmare, but at the same time, you know, we have learned and tried to teach these young men in this program that both of those things can be true. You know, I hate that we didn't finish it. I feel responsible for that as the leader of the program. But at the same time, there's so many things to be grateful for that, you know, I'm going to choose to be grateful instead of extremely hateful.
It really means to me that somebody's getting this picture of themselves, and it's art that I created. I created it myself, and it's for them at the end of the day, and it's really cool to think this is going to be my art in Armenia, and it's really cool.
This is the memory project, and we got to pick the child that we wanted to draw and how we wanted to draw it. So we could do a portrait, or we could do stuff relating to the kid. I chose to do a portrait because I feel like that's the most identified piece.
First time I heard about the Memory Project was actually at the Missouri Art Education Association conference, and it's probably been maybe even 10 years ago. I knew that it cost, and so mentally I just kind of checked it off the list as something we probably wouldn't do. And then a few years ago it came back on my radar. I reached out to NEF, filled out one of their grant proposals, and it's just a great opportunity for them to kind of reach out, use their art for a different purpose than just to satisfy themselves.
This is Svetlana. She is a 13-year-old girl from Armenia. She said that she likes to dance and that her words to describe her were beautiful, smart, and sensitive. So I started out with drawing the ballerina, and everything I did is in colored pencil besides the white I did with a gel pen, because she said her favorite color was white, but we had to use colors, so I tried to leave some spots white. So after I did her, I did the flowers in the background, and then I did the top part and then the back. I hope she'd say wow and that it's like really pretty, because I feel like I don't use a lot of colored pencil. I'm more of like a ceramic person in this class, so I think I use color well, and it's very like bright and pretty.
This is Mand. She's 14 and she's from Armenia. She reminds me a lot of myself. Her favorite color is purple. She's hardworking and she likes watching movies, and she reminds me of me, and it's nice to do something like this for them, and it's really heartwarming. I think the challenging part was definitely the hair. I think it looks really good, and I think she'll be definitely happy.
I think I could always do better, but I just want it to be something that can bring joy to the kid.
Because you get to see other people open their presents and see the joy. For my little cousins, so they're twins, so I had to get them the same thing. I got like these stretchy noodle things, and I thought they were cool, so I got them. There's also kinetic sands and
We are back at the Eagles Field House. In case you're just tuning in, I'm Evan Brett alongside my partner, Cooper Levan. We are here for some second half action. Nixa up 48-17. Cooper, what do you feel went well for the Eagles?
Well, I'm sure me and everyone at home can agree that the Eagles have played phenomenal defense, almost flawless. I mean, only letting up 17 points. The amount of steals is just incredible, and blocks.
Exactly. We don't have that stat on us right now, but I'm sure it's insane. It will be Metlatch inbounding the ball to number 14. He's not on the roster. All right.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
He's not on the roster. Maybe a new jersey.
I don't know, but Cohen Oaks getting it done for the Tigers in that first half, had 8. And a mystery player just got nothing, no good.
Might need to call him question mark.
Oh, with the ball. Dishes it into Kranz. Friends getting it back out to Liddell. Liddell work off the dribble. Step back three. It is good. What a shot from Jalen Liddell.
Great body control on the step back there and just drilled it.
We've seen that a lot tonight, just having his way, and right there, just another turnover for the Tigers.
And Anonymous with the travel, apologies, 14. We won't know his name for the rest of the
mystery.
game. So we will just be calling him 14 as Liddell will bring the ball up.
Liddell looking Ajayi's way. Chooses it to give it to Oaf. Ajayi coming off the screen. We've seen this play last possession. Back out to Liddell. Liddell working off the dribble again. Over to Oaf. Oaf getting inside, and that bucket will not go. We'll see. Missed 14, just bringing the ball up for Tigers. And Liddell with some quick hands. And an easy, he couldn't get it to go. Ajayi with the rebound right there. And quick hands to the Tigers, get another turnover. Way to capitalize off their mistake. And a charge taken by Grady Oaf. Way to just step in there. That can be a big momentum swing. We'll see Chargers just completely change momentum, and it's going to be called on Carter Brown, his third of the night.
Great way by Oaf there to set his feet and make sure to get that turnover for the Carthage Tigers after we saw some sloppy ball on the other side.
And Liddell will come off the screen from Ajayi just to explode off the dribble. Can't get it to go, but will go to the line.
Liddell will shoot two here, and we will see Mathan Ajayi, Sam Kranz, and Liddell and Oaf all in for this second half when they are up quite a bit as Liddell makes his first.
Exactly. It seems like Miller might be being saved for that varsity game. You see Stevens stepping in for him. But I'm a little surprised. Nixa up big, still keeping those starters in, and Liddell getting that second one to drop. Mystery player will bring it up again. And a good move, just loses the ball. Stevens help defense, gets the steal. And Liddell will push it in transition. Liddell over to Oaf. Oaf's three-pointer is no good. Rebound Ajayi and one. Ajayi will go to the line to convert off his third and one finish.
And you can imagine soon we will see players like Jacob Hackley and Stratford back in the game and Jameis Thornton as we see this lead increase.
The Eagles just pouring it on right now, and Ajayi pure from the line.
Shooting for the Eagles there, Mathan Ajayi. And welcome back to the floor for the Tigers. Before Oliver Crouch.
We still don't know his name, kind of a mystery. Don't know why he's not on the roster, but he swings it over to Crouch. Crouch to Oaks. Oaks has been a main factor for the Tigers so far. Crouch, a good back cut from 14, just couldn't get his hands on it. That was a good pass. Perfect execution, just couldn't get the ball in his hands. And we'll see number 3, Lath Aslip coming in. And Liddell will take it up for the Eagles. Liddell coming off the screen from Ajayi. Ajayi pick and pop. Swings it over to Oaf. Oaf will size him up over to Stevens. Stevens with the mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Put back from Sam Kranz. And they will step out. Crouch. Wasn't aware of where he was at.
Liddell to inbound the ball.
Still, the starter staying in for the Eagles, even up big in the second half. Liddell working off the dribble again, and they just, good hands right there, but they just can't guard him. He's been working them all night long, and we will see the bench clear for the Eagles. Everyone but Oaf is out of the game. Or excuse me, Stevens is staying. Oaf is coming out. That might be the last time we see them for the night.
That is a possibility as Thornton will inbound the ball, and we will see how this team does compared to the starters.
Seen some great ball movement for the Eagles so far. Good find from Thornton. Rennie, sneezy back cut into a layup. And, just the Eagles getting whatever they want offensively, and we'll see Oaks going in, and a good finish. He's a pretty quick player. Great up the dribble, just like we've seen Liddell all game. a way to get in there and just get that layup to go.
Oaks now in double digits for points, and he has over half of Carthage's buckets.
And good find from Thornton. And Rennie draws a foul, but what a pass again from Thornton to Rennie. And he will go to the line.
Carthage Tigers shooting 2 for the Eagles. Spencer Rennie.
Rennie is first.
And it looks like during the break, Carthage brought in a big man, 33, who is, would you believe it, also not on the roster.
He played freshman. He's 35 for the freshman team.
Oh.
I don't know why they had him switch jerseys, but
it is an interesting choice, but he will get
Rennie,
minutes for JV.
Exactly, and Rennie converts on his second. We'll see them try to play it fast, and a good layup there from Haslett. See Thornton swing it to Hackley. Hackley going to work off the dribble, get inside. Good look from Hackley, just couldn't get it to go.
Stafford takes a hard fall, and the tip by Stevens.
Yeah, Stevens just in the right place. Just didn't. I don't think he expected that pass. An interesting fall there from Stafford.
Yeah, all hardwood on that one.
See Hackley on defending the ball handler. Couch swings it over to Metlatch. Metlatch driving in. Can't get it to go. Rebound Oaks. Another offensive rebound for the Carthage Tigers. We'll see him go to work. And Stafford with the block. Addition to Stafford can't get it to go.
And we will get a reach on 33 for the Tigers.
Caught on Tiger number 33, Aiden Hughes, his second personal foul, 15th foul.
Jameis Thornton to inbound the ball.
15th foul for the Tigers. And it'll be 2-shot foul for.
Appears to be a miscommunication, and that will put Nixa in the bonus.
I mean, if you look at the fouls, 5-0. Nixa playing a very clean basketball so far. And Stafford nails the first.
Back and forth for Carthage. Number 5, Bronx Bridges.
His second is no good. Oaks on the rebound. See Rennie taking it up for the Eagles. Stevens driving in. And it is good. Took a hard fall there, but way to go to make it through the contact. And Carthage pushing it up again. And Rennie with the block.
Rennie off the glass as Thornton pushes it up to Stevens. Thought about it. Takes it in.
Stevens working off the dribble. Way to get in there for Metlatch. Metlatch with the layup. And it is no good again. No, Carthage just can't get anything to fall right now.
And these are the buckets you need for a swing and momentum.
We need to Hackley into Stafford. They will call a jump ball that looked
like
a little bit of a foul.
Arm grab, but can't complain. It will stay Nixa basketball.
You know, Stafford just looking down there, but they got Bronx Bridges on him. Says about 5'10". Might be able to just take advantage of that height. And Stevens working off the dribble with the leg. Nick's playing aggressive on defense. And just another missed layup for the Tigers. Good pass from Stevens and Thornton. It's a fast break layup. And the Eagles are just completely taking over this game. 66-21. Still in the third period. And skip pass to Oaks. Oaks going in there, and they can't get it to fall again. Stafford going coast to coast. And he will get it to fall.
Some big body basketball being played by the Eagles here. They're really just pushing it into the paint and getting buckets.
You know, the Eagles, I mean, the big men are taking it off the dribble, driving in and getting buckets so far. And we'll see Crouch thinks about it. goes in. Just another layup, can't fall. Stevens will be taking it down the court. Working off the dribble. Stevens to Rennie. Rennie over to Thornton. Thornton calls for the screen, doesn't use it. Rennie off the dribble, baseline, and draws the foul. Rennie will be shooting 2 from the line.
At the scores table, we will see number 20, Sam Kranz, and number 10, Drew Campbell, to check in. As Rennie takes his free throws.
A lot of fouling from the Tigers so far. Maybe some frustration, just kind of see them pushing. And the Eagles, I mean, credit for them watching. They play very clean basketball, just keeping it straight up. Carthage hasn't been able to get anything to fall. And we'll see Sam Kranz coming in for Stevens.
Stevens fought hard, played the entire quarter, I believe, and is getting his well-deserved break.
Rennie's going on the second. And Stafford was going to go in for the press. No one else came with them. Carthage across the timeline. Oaks thought about it. Oaks working off the dribble, go inside and get an easy layup. He's been one of the rare bright spots of this team. I mean, he's not on the scores list, but he's definitely double digits. I believe he's at 14 tonight. He's been the only bright spot for the Tigers. Hackley working off the dribble. Poked away. Calls is working in transition, and they'll give Kranz the foul. The first foul of the half for the Eagles so far.
Yeah, incredible transition defense and on-ball defense by the Eagles here, getting their only foul with 4.5 to go. I mean, that is something to be proud about.
We'll see Crouch inbounding for the Tigers. And Sam with the quick hands being able to tip it away. And it will be Nixa basketball, maybe hit off Bridges' foot.
2.5 for the Eagles to shoot here. We will see who they like to give it to.
And shot up from Jamison, couldn't get it to fall. But that will be the third period. Nixa up 70-23. We'll be back.
Because you get to see other people open their presents and see the joy. For my little cousins, so they're twins, so I had to get them the same thing. I got like these stretchy noodle things, and I thought they were cool, so I got them. There's also kinetic sands, and it was for $1, and I got it for them too.
There's a tradition we have here at SB where we provide an opportunity for our students to come through and experience the spirit of generosity and buy for their loved ones. And
we are back for some fourth quarter action. See Nixa up 70-23. Carthage just hasn't been able to get anything going tonight. Tigers working the ball around. And a good cut, but just not a great pass, and we'll see Rennie slow it down for the Eagles. Rennie to Hackley. Hackley into Stevens, or excuse me, Stafford. And Stafford just throw it out of bounds.
Stafford will throw it right in between Thornton and Kranz. Little miscommunication there.
Maybe thought he was going to go up. And the bench is almost completely clear for the Eagles. Just going to let this lineup stay out there, and another turnover for the Tigers. I mean, obviously we don't have the exact stats, but it's got to be, possibly even at 20. I mean, it's just been mayhem for the Tigers.
Couldn't agree more, as Stevens will be finished with his break.
Hackley for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Rennie. And Rennie will have the ball for the Eagles. Inside look for Hackley. Hackley working off the dribble. Swings it over to Thornton. Thornton inside for Stafford, and Stafford will get it to go.
Big body bucket, and he is all smiles while running back down the court.
You know, that is his 8th point of the night, capitalizing off these minutes that he's getting. And can't get it to go for the Tigers. Rennie will take it down for the Eagles. Stafford one of the ball, couldn't get it. Rennie will work off the dribble over to Hackley. Hackley off the dribble.
Hackley, and that is a
Open
good
lane
move.
and gets it to go.
Great shot by the Hack Attack.
You know, way to just, good pass from Rennie, and then it seemed like a double screen got him wide open, and way to finish it for Hackley. Gets his first points on the night.
And we will see the varsity soccer player Sam Kranz kick the ball.
Using those soccer skills. And we'll see Kranz
come off.
Exit the game. Stevens back in. You know, he was doing a great job of working off that dribble. He's a bigger guy, but did a great job of getting to the rim. He has 4 on the night.
Could be the last minutes we see for Kranz, and if it is, phenomenal game by him. Great defense, and he had some good buckets.
See Carthage working it around, trying to get a good look and a good lane, but Stevens with the block. Thornton will work it in transition over to Stafford. Stafford loses the ball, and they'll call him for a travel. The Eagles will turn it over. Carthage, mystery player, goes up for 3. It is no good. Hackley with the rebound, and then we'll call a jump ball, but it will stay Nixa.
Way to fight by Hackley there with number 10, Drew Campbell for the Tigers.
See Rennie taking the ball up for the Eagles. Rennie over to Hackley. Hackley for 3. And it is good!
Jacob Hackley for 3.
I mean, once he sees one go in, it's just no stopping. And we saw him kind of get that first bucket to go with that layup, and he's just started to knock him down. And a carry for the Tigers, just another turnover. And Hackley will bring it up for the Eagles. Hackley working off the screen from Stafford. Stafford rolls.
A tough bucket by Landon Stafford as he cuts inside and gets it.
See, way to recover by Stafford. Stafford with the rebound. He's been a big piece, and just, as I say that,
right
throws the turnover. And mystery player goes in and gets a good layup.
Tough bucket. Way to put some spin on it from the backboard. Thornton will swing it to Rennie. Rennie will try to make something work. Back to Thornton. Good cut. Good layup.
Couldn't get to go. Stevens with the rebound.
Carthage will inbound the ball here with about 2 left on the clock.
Carthage working it around, trying to find the best shot, and he will go again. Way to attack off the dribble.
Great layup by 14. Rennie will try and make something happen. Shoots a floater.
Spencer Rennie with a good shot right there. You know, the Eagles not taking their foot off the gas, up 81-27. And Stevens with the quick hands, and then we'll get him for a foul. I thought he was going to go down there and get it done.
He really wanted that. Refs called a foul. No need to complain. I mean, the score is what it is.
Sorry, we've got a fan singing a song.
With about a minute left in the ball game.
We figured it out. They switched jerseys, much similar to Aiden Hughes He's number 1 for the freshman team. Switch up his jersey, and we'll see Landon in transition, and he will throw it down.
The second of the year for 22.
And he is just such an athletic player, you know, up to already at 12. You know, capitalizing off those minutes that he's getting, and he has dominated in this game.
And that would be the final punch in the face for these Tigers, as 33 will drill one from deep.
Hughes with the 3. And we'll likely see Nixa just dribble it out here, but what a win for the Eagles. 83-29, just completely dominated all game. And they will dribble it out.
Phenomenal game played by the Eagles, and the score disparity was pretty nice. Everyone got to touch the ball. Everyone got to put it in the hoop.
Everyone scored tonight. You know, it's a great.
And, you know, player of the game is the Nixa Eagles. I mean, phenomenal game here for the Nixa.
Personally, I'm giving it to
Landon Stafford's dunk at the end. Very nice, as we will see the Nixa win 83-29 over the Tigers. And there will be varsity action coming soon.
And with that, we will be back for the varsity game. Thank you from Evan, from my partner Cooper LeVan. I will be there for calling the game for Nixa. We will be back.
Welcome to Nixa, Missouri at Nixa High School in Eagles Fieldhouse. It's the Nixa Eagles hosting the Carthage Tigers tonight for this varsity basketball matchup here in Southwest Missouri. I'm Brady Richard alongside my partner Evan Brett. The Eagles are 10-1 coming into this game, and the Carthage Tigers struggling a little bit 4-7. The Eagles recently have been on fire, coming off a Gold Division win in the Blue and Gold tournament and fresh off a couple COC wins, one home, one away against Webb City and Republic.
You know, that win against Republic was, although it was a win, a little bit ugly. We saw some struggling from three. It's something we've seen a lot of these past two games, is just not being able to knock down that three-pointer. And, you know, Republic kind of exposed that. They did a great job of defending McKnight and McCoy down low. And it led to the Eagles being kind of stagnant, not being able to put up a lot of points. And I believe at halftime it was like 19-18, just a super low-scoring ball game. And Nixa is definitely going to want to look to get that three-pointer going. Yeah, and you look at a team like Carthage, you know, you look at their wins and losses. They played Link Academy, and it must have been one of the lower teams because I don't think they would. Yeah. No offense to Carthage, but I don't think they'd come to the Carthage Invitational. Yeah, but, you know, they play teams like Central, and they can beat them. You know, younger, undersized teams, but then they play Glendale with Joel Rover, athletic man, and it seems like, you know, bigger athletic team, they struggled. They lost 66-46. Nixa is that bigger athletic team that they might struggle against. Exactly. Looking at the roster, their tallest person is 6'3", and then it just looks about 5'10" to 5'11", and maybe a little bit of 6 foot. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they play McKnight, McCoy. You know, we've seen McCoy struggled a little bit, you know, finishing around the rim. I believe he was 0 for 8 in the Webb City game. Had a little bit of trouble last game as well. Just, you know, we want to see him getting him going maybe a little bit more. And just, you know, with the absence of Owen Seitz, we've seen people like Braylon, Ajayi, Jalen get a lot more minutes. And, you know, they're going to really need to start. They're going to need a spark. They just need something to get going on offense because, you know, you can't just expect to win games only scoring from, you know, inside, because that just doesn't win you ball games with the three-point shooting they've been doing. And especially whenever you play some of those better teams. And right now they aren't playing them, but they will down the road. Kickapoo, you're going to want to be knocking those down. But that's a story for another day. We can get onto a whole tangent about that game. But, you know, as a team shooting from the three-point line, they're shooting 28%, which is just, I mean, put it terrible. So they have got to improve that for sure. It seems like Kellis has been the only one able to shoot that three ball recently. I mean, everyone was able to hit it start of the year. Lately, there has not been any. So, national anthem, pregame, festivities coming up. We'll be back just before the tip-off.
Mine, but it's our national anthem. Great job, Crimson Corps. They do a fantastic job, and we do believe that we live land of the free because we are the home of the brave. We'd like to welcome the Carthage Tigers, coming tonight at 4-7 here to Nixa High School. And let's go ahead and meet the Tigers from Carthage High School. He's a 6'2" junior guard, number 11, Henry Latha. He's a 6' senior guard, number 23, Jordan Bruner. He's a a 6'1" senior forward, number 23, Cooper Jackson. He's a 6'3" senior forward, number 30, Landon Gray. And he's a 6'1" junior guard, number 31, Justin Barrett. Varsity Tigers are head coached by Nathan Morris.
Hey, say gang, put a yacht on the coast, yeah. Put a yacht on the coast, yeah. Got Coach Cano, say gang, they ready to vote me in. Whip the rush like a roll, you with. I get love from the vultures, yeah. Soup came up with the roaches, yeah. Gun down like a oath. More respect than a pope. She give me on the low. What you doing? Wipe a nostril like a snotty nose. Wipe a nostril like a snotty nose. What you gonna do? Wipe a nostril like you got a cold. Yeah, I'm trapping. Yeah, sis. Yeah, I'm trapping. Yeah, trapping. Yeah, I'm trapping. Yeah, I'm trapping. Yeah, I'm still trapping. Yeah, the money I had it. Yeah. Shells, once before a crook. Pluto, get you cooked. My bitch a prince of cut. Little demon in the you mean. Go raiding at the you moving wrong, we clutch. You slime, we sharing. My twin is only us. We go platinum, go budget.
On your feet, Eagle fans, let's meet the starters for your 10-1 Nixa Eagles. He's a 6'1" senior guard, number 2, Randy Blair. He's a 5'9" sophomore guard, number 4, Braylon Smith. He's a 6'4" senior forward, number 12, Colt McMahon. He's a 6'3" senior forward, number 13, Tom Keller. And he's a 6'4" junior forward, number 21, Adam McKnight. Eagles are head coached by Brock Blanson. He's assisted by Andrew Boyce and our ball boy, Lincoln Boyce.
There are your starters for tonight here at Eagle Fieldhouse. And we are just getting underway here. Colt McCoy, fun fact, has not lost a tip-off yet this year. So here he is tonight going against Landon Ray, the senior forward for Carthage. We'll see if that streak stays alive here, but moments away from action here in Eagle Fieldhouse. There he will lose his first as soon as I mention it, of course. But Latham will have the ball, engineering the offense, and now top of the key, it's Landon Ray. Ray going inside on Flint. Flint gets a hand on it, and it just rolls out. Tipped around and eventually rebounded by the Nixa Eagles. Jump ball called right after.
Carthage looking to get inside early. We saw Ray instantly take him off the dribble. Just going to try to use his size. He's 6'3", tallest person on for Carthage. He's going to try to work Flint off the dribble.
Flint gets past pressure. Bounce pass inside for McCoy. Right back out. Swinging it around now. The Eagles, like we said, like to score inside. They've played against a lots of zone this year, and that is where their big men are able to go to work. Pass out. Braylon Smith can't hit the three. McKnight fighting for the rebound, but it's brought down by Landon Ray.
And the Eagles right down that possession. We saw them break the press pretty easily. They've done a great job all season just working that ball around. And, we'll see the teams come out in presses, that zone, and they just aren't afraid of it. They work the ball around so well. And we'll see a missed three from Carthage. But, Nixa likes to play fast, and they're just going to have to get out and transition this game.
An Eagle turnover going now the other way. Too strong on the layup. That was Jordan Brunnert, excuse me. Kellis now the other way.
Nixa already trying to get that ball inside. You'll see them just kind of work around this 2-3, and
Flint leaves the layup short, slowed down by Latham. Now Crossing the timeline, Smith bringing the pressure near midcourt. Like I was saying, this Carthage team, I mean, they're led by Henry Latham as a junior here. Brunner from 3, can't get the fall. He's 0 for 3 to start the game. He's taken the last 3 Carthage shots. But Latham, a state-level track athlete, and here leads this team in basketball as well.
Exactly. You know, he's just such a great athlete. We saw him. I believe he won the 800 in state. Such a tough race. But he's just a leader. Even being a junior, you know, he just leads his Carthage offense so well.
Very similar to the role Adam McKnight has on this Nixa team. Flint, top of the key, steps into the 3, unloads and hits from deep. Randy Flint with the first 3 for the Eagles tonight. I mean, exactly how last game started. They made the first one, but they just got to keep it up.
Exactly. You know, we've seen Carthage kind of giving them that 3. They were stacking most people down low, and what a block from
McCoy there, getting the block inside on Latham. McKnight in transition gets fouled by Brunner, but what a play from McCoy there.
As I was saying, it's just seemingly like they're giving them that 3. They haven't been, like you said, I believe 28% from 3 this year. That's abysmal. You can't be shooting that from the 3-point range. But we saw right there, they just kind of left Randy to shoot it. That might be something that they let them have, and hopefully Nixa can get it going.
Knight hits the first free throw. Right now, Carthage is 0 for 5 from the field. They've taken more shots than the Eagles. The Eagles have only taken 2 of the 3-pointer they hit. McKnight. The free throw line for a second one, can't hit.
And before that 3, it seemed like neither team could get anything going, and they missed layups, a bunch of turnovers.
Here the Eagles bringing on a press. Latham spins past half court, and a clear travel there. Just gets caught up trying to get rid of the ball.
And this press for the Eagles has worked so well all year. Nixa loves playing transition, and it allows them to do so. So with that, you know, not the biggest lineup in the world, you know, that, but the bigs they do have, they're super athletic, they're super fast, so they can work in that press very well.
Flint, top of the key, gives it over to Kellis, and must have just taken his eye off the ball there. It's going to be an Eagle turnover.
So far, you know, just kind of sloppy basketball for both sides. You'll see some turnovers, a bunch of missed layups. Now the team can really get it going.
Latham to Brunner, middle of the court, swings it down low. Ray, fearless going on. McKnight can't hit. McKnight will get his rebound. Going the other way is Kellis. Eye off the glass for 2.
Kellis for 2.
And right there, just Nixa playing through transition like they do so well all season. You know, you'll see a lot of teams just kind of slow it down after getting a rebound, but if you're Nixa, you'll see Ty Kellis and Braylon just sprinting down the court looking for the ball.
Ray, cross-court pass, steps into the 3. Off the mark and out of bounds. It'll be Nixa basketball. Missing the 3 was Jonah Barrett.
And Ray so far this game kind of been the main aggressor for Carthage, just taking the ball inside almost every single time he gets it. He kicked out, just couldn't get the 3 to fall.
Yeah, and maybe, you know, a pass fake. They're expecting it now. Go up for a shot. He gets open. Kellis another 3. Just too strong off the back iron. He will get his own rebound.
And like you said, they started the game in Republic being able to hit a first. They couldn't get anything to go. That's definitely not something you want to see again.
McKnight through the contact, gets it to fall. So the Eagles up 8-0 now to start the game. Breaking the press, picks up his dribble and fades away. I mean, he was wide open. I don't know why he did that.
I don't know if that's the shot that you'd want to have. Just kind of might want to go into him and try to draw a foul.
That was Oliver Crouch. McKnight fouled on the other end. That is called on Jordan Bruner. But Oliver Crouch, I mean, wide open layup there. More than likely getting fouled. I mean, I think he's got to take that one up.
Exactly. Maybe just a little fear. I mean, he saw Colt, you know, with an amazing block earlier. Might have scared him just a little bit. We'll see Cameron Miller checking into the game.
Yeah, early in this game, usually it's a jive. You know, speaking to some of the players, though, they were telling me, you know, Cameron Miller, he was that guy in practice subbing for the varsity team. And here he is coming in early, just halfway through this 4th quarter. He is on the floor for the first time.
He does a great job of working it inside. You'll see him often take that mid-range, you know, and that's exactly what Nixa needs from that top, you know, the top corner of the free throw line. He could just catch it in there and just get a mid-range up.
And there, Carthage just throwing the ball away. Yet to score a point. They're 0 for 8 from the field. Flint inbounding. McKnight, short corner. Pump fake, spinning. Steps through, and he's blocked down low brought down by Ray. Ray with Flint on his hip gets the first points of the game for Carthage.
And Carthage can finally get it to go. You've seen Ray take a bunch of shots from inside, and right there just was fearless and just wasn't afraid of the pressure that Flint was bringing from behind.
Yeah, there we were saying he passes it. There he finally shot it, gets it to fall. Ray ended the 10-0 Eagles run. Offensive rebound from McKnight, going right back up. And now that's just something he does so well, drawing fouls. He's so patient under the basket there. He's drawn 3 now. This one's on Landon Ray.
And another great skill that he has is that footwork down low. You know, he does a great job at using, just the footwork. Maybe not most
being
impressive.
Able to move down low without traveling.
Exactly. That's such a coveted skill for the inside game, and he has it.
He already will have 6 free throw attempts after this one. McCoy comes over. McKnight can't hit the second free throw.
You know, if you're Carthage, you're just going to want to get something going. You know, Ray finally got the first bucket for them. Maybe just giving him the ball, just trying to work this ball around and open up the Nixa defense.
Now at the top of the key, driving inside, stops, goes, floats it up, and in. It's Barrett getting his first points of the night.
And right there, just worked it to perfection. Just working that ball around and taking what the defense gave him.
Flint gets the 2-point bucket there, and timeout called by Carthage. 13-4. The Eagles lead. Start off the game with a 10-0 run. Now just leading by 9. So we'll step aside for a moment. Back from the timeout called by the Carthage Tigers. The Eagles lead here at home in the first quarter. 13-4, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first. And Carthage just yet to get anything started here. Latham is in a trap on the far sideline now. That going the other way.
And you're exactly right. Can't get anything going. I believe they started 20% from the field. That's not a number that you want to see if you're the Tigers.
Throws it right to Kellis. Somehow in the hands of McCoy, who looked like he was going to, for the dunk, gets his own rebound and scores right after that. Weird sequence there.
Yeah, it just looked like he kind of lost it from his hand.
Yeah, that was going to be a high-flying dunk from McCoy. He went out from far away. Maybe the gray line down below. Latham good extra inside over McKnight. It's good for Zane Browning.
And that bumps them up 27% on the night. Not a great number, but definitely getting better. You know, if you're the Tigers, something we've seen a lot from teams is they'll get a little bit stagnant. They'll try to figure out their options, and Nixa just takes full advantage of that. They'll get you into a trap. So if you're Carthage, you have to keep working this ball around.
Pesker gets called for his first foul of the night. Tigers already in foul trouble. They have 4. Nixa has 0.
That's something we also saw in the JV game, you know, just kind of getting a little bit handsy on the inside.
You know, sometimes the coach will argue, hey, ref, you know, can we get a few calls here now and then? But sometimes it's just one team playing cleanly and the other just not. Or one team being more physical than the other. And I think Nixa is just going into defenders and being more physical on offense. And more than likely, if you create the contact, you're going to get the foul call. And that's what they're doing.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we saw with the fast break from Cooper Jackson, just kind of shied away and took a fader instead of, you know, going in. If he goes in there, he might have been able to draw a foul, just hesitated.
Ray working in on Flint, goes up over him and kisses it off the glass. It's good for Landon Ray.
You know, he started off a little bit slow, couldn't get things going, but they definitely heated up ever since that timeout, working this ball around very well.
Kellis, far corner. Now Flint cross court. Miller steps into the 3 and just sinks in for Cameron Miller.
And that's a shot we've seen a lot, just the ball rolling around the rim for people like, you've seen Braylon Mathen. Kind of rims out for him, but finally gets one but Cam gets one to drop. And that's what he brings to Nixa. A taller guy definitely doesn't, he brings that size, but he also is a great, just outside. And that's what Nixa doesn't have a lot of. You see Colt and Adam. Adam earlier in the season, that Rogers tournament was getting the three going, hasn't shot a lot of them since. He just brings kind of that stretch four.
Yeah. Here's Kellis dumping it off for McKnight. Signature fadeaway jumper for McKnight is good. We know he likes that shot.
And that's just such a disgusting shot to have. I mean,
oh my goodness. Flying through the air. Almost hit us over here. McCoy with the block. But here's another look at that McKnight fadeaway there. Just right into it. Great footwork.
That's such a tough shot to, get to learn. If you can get it, it is just such a danger. It's so hard to guard.
Clock winding down here. Under 30 seconds now in the first quarter. Kellis pokes it away from Latham. Going down the other end and scoops it in with the left hand.
That was a perfect steal. Got his whole hand on the ball and another turnover.
McKnight getting a steal, lobs it over to Kellis. Left hand again. And that's 2 straight turnovers turned into points for the Eagles.
And Carthage already at 6 turnovers and just
foul called on Cameron Miller underneath. And the free throw line will be Cade Pesker.
But if you're Carthage, you can't have those turnovers. Nixa loves to play up the momentum and back-to-back turnovers to Ty Kellis finishes. You just can't let them build off of that.
Pesker at the line. Just rims out for him. Oh, full court attempt. Almost falls. So that is how the first quarter will end. The Eagles are dominating so far, up 26-8. We'll be back for second quarter action.
This is Mr. Callahan. He doesn't talk much on TV.
Nope.
But he does love helping people.
Yes, I do.
And he's really good at it. He has daily training with his team to make sure your system is running at its best.
Always.
And if you have questions about your HVAC system, he'll come to your house. No problem.
Anytime.
Callahan Heating and Cooling. Whew, I'm out of breath.
I'm doing great.
Join our Callahan Care Club. Call today. Callahan Heating and Cooling.
Back here at Eagle Fieldhouse for second quarter action. The Nixa Eagles lead the Carthage Tigers 26-9 in this Central Ozarks Conference showdown here at Nixa High School. Tonight's action is brought to you by Callahan Heating and Cooling, your trusted local HVAC experts, keeping homes and businesses comfortable all year long. From installs and repairs to indoor air quality solutions, they've got you covered around the clock. Here, Carthage pulls a 3 and gets it to fall. Cooper Jackson from beyond the arc.
And that's a shot, we saw them take a lot early, started off 0 for 3, finally can get one to fall. Something that Nixa did so well in that first quarter, they got off into runs. The biggest one of the game, I believe, was 10-0, and then the end of the half was 9-1. If you're Carthage, you just have to eliminate those turnovers and not allow them to get in transition.
And basketball is a game of runs. That's what you'll hear everyone say. There, Nixa pops off to a 10-0 run to start, and all of a sudden you're just playing keep up if you're Carthage.
Exactly. That can just completely kill the momentum. Just starting off down 10-0, it can almost make you just lose hope.
And there, they just throw it out of bounds. 7 turnovers, only 4 rebounds. partially from that is from Nixa shooting 70% from the field, but also you're shooting 5 for 13. I mean, just these numbers just have to improve if you want to compete.
Exactly. You can't expect to win a basketball game not being able to hit any shots. I mean, you have to be able to score, and so far they haven't been able to get anything going.
Good extra pass from McCoy, but blocked from behind by number 31, Jonah Barrett.
And just watching how Carthage passes the ball, you see them kind of panic. They'll just expect someone to be there. I mean, right there, almost through a turnover, kind of jumped up in the air and just and prayed that it got to somebody.
Going the other way now for Nixa, another Carthage turnover, their 8th of the game.
You know, and
Flint setting the table now for the Eagles. Just over a minute waned off the clock in the second quarter. McKnight, good spin move up through the contact. Can't get it to fall. Smith gets the offensive rebound. Kellis, three-pointer, too strong. McKnight, though, I mean, just working down low. Just misses that fadeaway jumper, and eventually Carthage is able to haul down a rebound.
That spin move is just deadly. I mean, that's definitely a signature move in the post. It is just so hard to guard. He'll fake one way, and then at speed of light almost just turn around and get to his fadeaway.
Barrett gets the ball stripped from him. The referee's going to say tip. Good call there. Ray working on flank, kicks out, stop and pop. Vernon.
And they finally start to get that three-pointer going, 2 for 2 in the second period. You know, it definitely seems like a shot that they like to go to a lot. Seeing how they started off, just almost strictly shooting it from range. And then being able to get it going, might be able to pump the comeback.
Knight's going to get an offensive foul off the ball. He's pleading his case to the official. McKnight's first of the game. I mean, I think the Eagles' first hit foul of the whole game.
They've done a great job of playing very clean basketball. Can't say the same. You saw Carthage get into foul trouble. I believe almost went into bonus in that first period.
They basically were in the bonus with 4 fouls. Here, McCoy, it's going to get a reach-in foul here on the far sideline. But, I mean, speaking of McCoy, already up to more points he had these past 2 games. He's had trouble. Him and Flint have had trouble
getting it going.
Getting into foul trouble these past games. McCoy fouling out last game.
I mean, exactly. You know, those two, they're big-time players. You know, struggled to get it going offensively for himself. But he's just such an impact on defense and on those rebounds. We'll see him just get these crazy blocks. And no matter, you know, even if with the shooting struggles he's had, he still plays physical. He doesn't give up.
McCoy moving inside, puts the head down, and finds a way to put that shot in. I mean, I don't know how he made that. Another steal from McKnight is dumped off for Kellis. I think Kellis gets 90% of his points just from fast break transition.
Exactly. He does a great job of finding the open spot. And you'll see it on offense as well when he does these backdoor cuts. It's another thing that draws him those points. But, I mean, he's just such an aware player. He knows where the ball is. He does a great job of just working in transition.
Eagles on a run here, up 30-17. Now full timeout called by Carthage. I think if you're Carthage, the recipe is simple. You've just got to start playing better. I mean, you've got to start knocking down the shots.
And I feel like they've done a little bit better of a job. I started off at 20%, got it up to 47. And a big, you know, thing for that is their three-pointer starting to fall. Start off 0 for 3, 2 for 2 ever since. And, you know, if they can start getting that going, we've seen Nixa struggle with that over a bunch of games, just kind of struggling to get out there on those 3 balls. If they can get that going, might be able to get, you know, those drives. You saw those drives from Ray. You know, he was playing very physical, try to get off that dribble. And if they can get that 3-ball going, might open up some more lanes for him.
For sure, they've shot 5 threes tonight. They missed their first 3. They've made their last 2. Nixa is 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. So both teams shoot pretty efficiently from there. But overall, Nixa definitely way better.
And they will stay in this press. They played it the entire game. I mean, almost not subbing, only for Cam Miller.
Kick to the corner, stop and pop, can't fall. McKnight corrals the rebound. He will take it down for the Eagles as well. Cross-court pass gets the hands of Bryant, but it's out of bounds. Stay Eagle basketball.
You know, right there, you have the open 3, but maybe kind of a quicker shot than you might have wanted. Maybe working the ball around a little bit more to find something better would have been more beneficial.
Kellis finds a seam, kicks it out for McCoy. He can't get that mid-range to go. Offensive rebound for Kellis and puts it back up for 2 more.
Just that rebounding advantage that they've had all game. You know, if you're Carthage, you're going to have to start boxing out because you're giving them 3 or 4 chances at the rim.
Smith with the open layup off the steal. It's his first points of the night.
And just coming off that timeout, you know, they've started going a little bit of run here up to an 8-0 run. And so far, that's where Nixa has gotten the majority of their points, just forcing turnovers. Almost another one right there, but just going on these runs that...
I mean, if you mix Nixa's runs together, it's an 8-team. They've scored 18 straight points put together where Carthage has scored 0.
Exactly.
I mean, that's over half their points. That's more points than Carthage has scored overall.
I believe,
and it's all off turnovers.
And that's not even counting off the 9-1 run they went at the end of the game, or end of that first period. So almost exclusively getting their points off of those runs, forcing turnovers. And a big, you know, reason for that is that press. You know, we'll see them kind of panic when they get pressured by Nixa, and it allows them to work in transition.
Flint putting on the moves, fades away, and it's pure from Randy Flint. A little bit of behind the back there, right into the jumper.
Flint so deadly off the dribble. I mean, we saw him so posed.
Saved by Smith. Kellis can't corral it, though. Staying Carthage's way, now safe from out of bounds by the Tigers.
And just some more.
McKnight spinning under the basket, stops, and eventually gets it to go. I mean,
some terrible passes.
I think 3 straight turnovers from either team there.
I mean, both teams trying to get a little bit too fast. And another turnover.
Kellis with another 2 off a steal. He's 6 for 6 from inside the arc tonight. He already has 12 points.
I believe every single
good move.
I mean, that was.
He caught me off guard.
I was not expecting that.
Jordan Brunner, a little bit of a Euro step there. Gets a nice bucket over Flint.
Kellis has gotten all of his points tonight exclusively off turnovers. You saw there again where they forced a turnover, and he got another layup.
Smith, bullseye. The 3 falls for the sophomore there.
And definitely picking it up from 3 this game. You know, we saw already more 3s made this game than they did all of last game. 3 for 5 so far. And it's definitely something you want to see if you're the Eagles.
I mean, I don't know. You were talking there. I could have sworn the ball bounced out of bounds over here.
I mean, I looked over and saw. I just kind of pressed past it. But Kellis looking at McKnight. That's been so dead.
McKnight has a clear mismatch on Ray here. They give it to him. Spins. Ray goes to the ground. No call. McKnight gets his own rebound, you could say, and gets the 2-point bucket right after.
You know, if you're Ray right there, did a great job of getting the ball loose. Someone else from Carthage is going to have to come and help out because he cannot take him one-on-one.
Ray from deep, too short. Rebounded by Smith. Now Kellis wide open in transition again.
And just another layup on transition. He does a great job of just getting back. Carthage will call timeout.
47-21. The Eagles dominating so far in this game. That is another timeout called by Carthage. They're down to only 2 left in this ball game. We want to say that this timeout was brought to you by Elite HVAC 417, providing the Ozarks with honest, dependable heating and cooling service. From seasonal tune-ups to full system installs, Elite HVAC 417 keeps your home running efficiently and comfortably all year long. And your comfort's on the line. Trust the Elite team. Coming out of the timeout. Now we got 1:33 left in the second quarter. I mean, this game is just flying by. Not a lot of fouls or anything being called on either team so far in the second quarter.
And you're exactly right. I kind of like that mentality from the rest. Just let them play a little bit. You know, a lot of times you'll see those games where everything's getting called or nothing, and I kind of like it when nothing's getting called.
Swung over, Brunner feeds it down in the corner. Back at the top of the key, Latham Carthage just working around the arc. Brunner, another three too strong. Flint rises in the air to get the rebound there. And he's coming the other way as well. Steps back, slows it back down, looking for Preston outside, and throws it away.
And with Nixa being up big, we'll see a very different lineup than we're used to. We'll see Miller, Preston, and Liddell in the game. Definitely a smaller ball lineup. We saw Liddell really get going in that JV game, hitting a lot of threes and playing great defense. So seeming they'll go to a 2-3.
And with Seitz' injury, we've seen a lot more combinations of lineups. You know, talking to Owen Seitz and Coach Brock Blancy, you know, they want him back by, you know, midway February, sometime in February, because that's whenever, you know, playoffs, and that's whenever I feel Nixa plays their better opponents. But, you know, while he's gone, you just got to make
the best of what you can.
Yeah, make the best of what you have, and, you know, I feel like they're doing that.
And with Seitz being out, we've seen a different six-man almost every single game. You know, we saw, you know, Preston, we've seen Liddell, today, Ajayi. This game, it was Cameron Miller. And, you know, they're trying to see what they have in this bench to see who can step up and fill that absence of Owen.
McKnight isoing on his man, steps back, and short for McKnight at the end of the half there. He's smiling. Definitely not what he was looking for there. Brunner going to try it at the horn and is way short. So after one half, the Eagles dominate the Tigers. They're up 47-21 so far in this ball game. We're going to head to the sideline for a little halftime interview in just a moment.
This is Henley Dugan with the Smoke and Sizzle Sideline Report. Coach, you showed dominance in the first half. How do you plan to continue that going into the second half?
Started on defensive end. I don't know how many steals we end up. We probably forced 10 to 15 turnovers, and you know, defense can lead to layups, helped our offense too.
I gotcha. What's that message going to be in the locker room?
We need to keep playing hard, finish out the game. Got to keep hard. You know, we need to work on our zone a little bit, so that's something we're going to do the second half.
For sure. Thank you, Coach.
High School dance team. Great job, ladies. Great job, ladies. Now to the floor. We got a couple of 6th grade teams. Folks, this is the lifeblood of our program here at Nixa High School. This is where it starts. It is very important. We got coaches Brandon Engel, Michael Hartley, and Andy Ziga going to mix it up a little bit. Let's go, fellas. 2-point bucket, Elijah Phillips. Rebound and a bucket, River Louderback. Nice move. Elijah Phillips for 2 more. Baseline move, Camden Shank. A little board action. Ten seconds, gentlemen. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, great job, guys. Folks, give them a hand. They'll be here on Tuesday nights and Friday nights someday. Good job, fellas.
Welcome back to Eagle Fieldhouse in Nixa, Missouri. The Eagles right now lead 41-7, but just to talk about, something else different here. If you just have nothing going on or nothing to watch these next couple of days here, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's when the prestigious Tournament of Champions actual tournament, high school tournament, is happening here in the Springfield area at Great Southern Bank Arena. It's the Missouri State College basketball arena. That's where they play, and you can go there and or you can go to nixalive.net and you can find the link there. It's pay-per-view, and you can watch the high school basketball tournament there. You know, very prestigious tournament. I mean, this year's better than ever. 6 of the top 10, 15 teams in the nation are going to be there. The #1 player in the nation is going to be there. So 2 5-stars. I mean, I can just go on and on about these teams. So much talent. I mean, just if you're a fan of basketball, I'd consider tuning in.
Exactly. I mean, definitely one of the better tournaments we're going to see for a while. I mean, the top 2 teams in the nation, and then I believe it's 6 in the top 25.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just unheard of in a high school basketball game.
Yeah.
I mean, and hearing from the director, he was talking about how 2 of the top teams, like, there's going to be a top team that loses 2 games. That's going to be huge for the high school rankings and, like, in playoffs later on.
Yeah, so lots of commotion going on about this tournament. There's lots of stakes there as well based on seedings and standing and everything. And once again, it'll be fully produced by the Nixa Live production team and producer Jordan Burns. So once again, nixalive.net if you want to go and, you know, tune into that later this week. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be very fun for sure. Until then, we have another high school basketball game here. Maybe not as prestigious, stakes not as high here, but no, Central Ozarks Conference COC matchup here. It's the Nixa Eagles and the Carthage Tigers. If you're just now joining us, I'm Brady Richard alongside my partner Evan Brett. It's been a very lopsided first half so far. The Eagles are shooting 70% from the field and Carthage 43%. And I mean, really, that's all you have to look at here. They're turning the ball over, and the Eagles are turning those into points.
And then just looking at the turnovers, 11-5. I mean, and then also on rebounds, 17-7. They're just going to have to play a lot more aggressive and just take care of the ball. You know, double-digit turnovers in the first half is something you can't see, which has led to them being down 26. I mean, that's going to be very hard to come back from. And then Nixa finally starting to get that 3-ball going. We've seen it kind of just not be there for them this past few games. It's made their offense stagnant, but they definitely picked it up this game, being able to knock some down. We've seen Braylon hit the majority of those 3-pointers. Brandy hit one. But definitely something you want to see if you're Nixa.
Another thing you can go to is nixalive.net. We got live stats if you want to keep up with those. Look at all the game flow and everything that's going on here tonight. Another turnover, and Smith gets a layup in transition to start the half for the Eagles. He's up 7 points tonight.
And Nixa getting their points exclusively off turnovers. We talked about earlier.
I mean, for
the game of runs. They are scoring their points almost exclusively off those fast breaks and getting on these 9-0-10. I believe their biggest of the game is 14. And if you're Carthage, you have to eliminate that. You can't just have those long periods of time without any buckets.
The alley up to McCoy. He cannot finish the oop part of that.
And it feels like it's been a while since we've seen a Nixa dunk. They missed a lot of, we've seen a bunch of missed dunks for Nixa. To see if they try to get one thrown down this game.
Flint passes it in and it's stolen away by Latham. And a foul called shortly after. I believe that'll be on Flint as well.
And that is his first of the game. We saw last game got into a bunch of foul trouble. And if you're Nixa, you can't let that happen down the stretch. You know, in these bigger games against Kickapoo and all them, you're going to need him in there. That defensive presence, not just defense, but also offensively. It's a great ball handler. Ray just a little strong right there. But
Ray gets the bucket to go down low over McCoy. And Ray's kind of been that lead guy for the Tigers tonight. He has 8 of their 25, but also facilitating a lot of their offense.
And when they were on, Nixa on that big run earlier, what a pass from Flynn. But when Nixa started out the game on that big run, he was really the only person that seemed to be the aggressor. He was going into people, couldn't get stuff to fall. But you're exactly right. Just definitely been the main aggressor.
Stolen away by Smith again. Smith going right into the contact. And one for Braylon Smith. He's a chance for his first double-digit varsity game tonight. He's also shooting 100% from the floor.
Just a lot of great shooting for the Eagles. 22 for 31 overall, 3 for 5 from 3. I mean, that's definitely numbers you want to see after the poor shooting performances they've been putting together for these past couple games. Definitely picking it up in this one.
Smith can't get the free throw to fall. He's sitting at 9 now. Latham bringing it down for Carthage. Working around the arc. Skip pass to the corner, fires the three over McKnight, and it's good.
And that was a beautiful shot.
Jonah Barrett from three-point land. Yeah, like you said, beautiful shot. I mean, no sound or anything, just went right through the hoop.
I mean, can't ask for a better make right there. Carthage definitely got to maybe lean on that three ball because it's been working.
McKnight three just bounces out, fought for into the basket. And we'll see who the officials give it to. They'll give it to Carthage. Miracle, Nixa even came close to getting that rebound.
And credit to Braylon Smith, you know, not the biggest guy, but was willing to get in there and try to get a rebound.
Kick to the corner, another three-pointer. Barrett just flushes out of the rim. Flint cross-court pass. Kellis can't get the left hand layup to go, and McKnight's fouled under the rim. That's Kellis' first shot from inside the arc he's missed tonight. Now 7 for 8.
He's been perfect all game. Another point would have came from fast break, just exclusively getting him off those turnovers.
Now heading to the free throw line. He had 6 free throws in the first quarter. Slowed down since then, misses the first one here.
If you're Carthage, I mean, them having that size disadvantage, it's definitely going to be a lot harder. They're going to have to bite on those, those pump fakes, because if you don't, I mean, it's just going to be a free basket with McKnight and McCoy. So it's definitely allowed them, with Nixa, to draw a lot of fouls off of it.
You know, you look at the free throws, the Eagles have shot 11 and Carthage has shot 2. So just one team, a lot more aggressive and physical on the offensive side of the ball. Ray, double team brought on, stolen away by Kellis. Flint has it going in transition. Too strong with the left. And Carthage will get the rebound shortly after. Foul called on Braylon Smith.
Right there, if you're Ray, you can't hold the ball. We talked about it earlier. The way Nixa plays defense, you can't become stagnant. You almost have to just keep firing that ball around. And right there, you just kind of have to think a little bit. Nixa took full advantage.
Ray tries to find his man down low. It's kicked back out for Latham. Latham kind of hesitated on that three there. I thought he was open, but gets the foul after.
But right there, they fired that ball around. You saw Ray definitely learn from his mistake. Just that moment he touched the ball, instantly fired it in there, got a good pass, just couldn't get a good look.
Bound to Ray. Ray flips up and in.
I feel like that's a strong point of this Nixa defense. They force you to make quick decisions, and a lot of teams just can't operate under that pressure.
Ray has done a great job of that tonight. 5 for 7 from the field. Skip pass from McKnight to Flint. Deep three. Can't go. Rebounded by Brunner. Brunner coming in transition. Euro steps on Flint. Misses under the basket. Loose ball picked up by Barrett. Now another three from Brunner. Ball. Ray tries one. And eventually a foul called. No official timeout.
Ever since that 1-3 ball they got to go the beginning of the half, nothing's been able to fall for them. I mean, just, shooting 3 for 12, I believe, on the night. And that's just not the percentage you want. Not a lot of great shooting for Carthage so far.
Knight gets it inside and almost stolen away. Is able to keep the ball in Eagle possession. Flint steps into another three. Can't get the fall. McKnight cleans it up down low.
Just no competition down there, Nixa using that size advantage to perfection. Just almost no one on that side. You saw someone go to the floor and McKnight took full advantage. And we see them also switch into a zone, maybe trying to limit that inside game that's been working for Nixa.
Runner gets it back out. Looking for Ray, and McCoy's going to get a foul from behind. And I mean, with how the Eagles have been jumping these passes tonight, you'd think that they'd be more cautious passing Carthage, but they just keep on testing them.
Exactly. I mean, we've seen Nixa gamble a lot, and it's worked. They might need to incorporate maybe a pass fake, just something else than just trying to throw it over them or around them, because they've shown clearly that that's not going to work. Honestly, if you're Carthage, you can't telegraph your passes. You know, they'll kind of just stare down somebody for 3 seconds when they're trying to get an entry pass, and it just allows Nixa to read where you're going.
Brunner with another missed three. McCoy lost the ball, but right into the hands of, or Miller lost the ball right into the hands of McCoy. So he will get an easy layup on the other end.
Just another easy transition bucket. And it's been the story of the night. I believe it's 15 turnovers. It's not a number you want to see.
Good luck. Bucket's good.
Landon Ray, most of the bulk of the scoring for Carthage tonight.
He's really only been the person that's attacking. We've seen a lot of people just kind of sit there and chuck up threes. He's just been attacking off the dribble.
Miller can't get the three to go. Oaf comes into the game for Nixa along with Logan Presson. Braylon Smith and Randy Flink get a standing ovation. Coming out of the game, 2:39 left in the third.
You know, with Nixa up big here, might be the last we see of them tonight. I start leaning those people on the bench.
Pesker looking for Ray, and I mean, like you said, just telegraphing your pass. Didn't even look to see if there's a defender there.
They just kind of stared him down, and I mean, everyone knows where you're going to go if you just look at somebody for enough time.
McKnight, patience is a virtue. Gets the 2-point bucket there. Ajayi at the scores table as well. 60-32 nearing the end of the third. Kicked out for Ray. Ray pulls the trigger, can't fall, but put back for Zane Browning down low is good.
And that's just not been their shot all night from that three. You know, got it going a little bit early.
McKnight, another three. This one's good for Adam McKnight. Now he had the half-court attempt, which, you know, I wouldn't count it towards it, but it will.
And then
the one in the corner, and then finally he gets that one to go.
And then he went for that buzzer beater and up the mark.
Yeah, but that was a two.
Oh,
it was a long two. Nixa throws it away. Brunner challenging McKnight. Up and under. Just can't get it to fall. Carthage gets there on a rebound, though. Stolen away by Miller. Miller on the other end, guarded by Ray, and foul called on Landon Ray. I mean,
if you're Brunner right there, I mean, you don't need to go for that reverse. You could have just jumped into him, probably drawn a foul and been at the line right now, but I'm a little bit scared. And that could be the last we see of the Nixa starters. Full bench in right now.
Oaf, top of the key, over to Ajayi. Presson near wing, Miller.
Nixa working
swinging
this ball
around. Ajayi driving baseline, tried to find Liddell, but it'll be out of bounds, and it's an Eagle turnover. Farrell Mack coming into the game for Carthage. See them clear their bench a little as well.
Right as I said, they were working the ball around to do a turnover, but you saw there a lot of passing, just trying to look for an open guy. That's what Nixa does a great job of, just not settling for something early in the shot or early in the possession.
Pesker over Oaf, won't go. Presson gets the rebound with a full head of steam in, blocked by Landon Race, and that one towards the cheerleaders.
And I mean, credit to Ray, just get back and make that defensive play.
Miller loses the ball into the hands of Liddell. Liddell fading away. That's a tough shot. Presson down low, almost gets a putback. It'll be out of bounds, finally going Carthage's way.
Right there, I mean, someone's going to have to get in there. We saw, I mean, 4 Eagles just in there trying to fight for a rebound, and I believe only 1 Tiger. Just someone's going to have to get in there.
Mack skips to the corner, gets Miller in the air, one more inside, fadeaway jumper is left short from Cooper Jackson, and the shot they did not get it off in time. So after 3, the Eagles are up by nearly 30, 63-37. heading into the fourth quarter.
And they've been the dominant team tonight, just forcing all those turnovers. That's been the main story of the game. Carthage just, when you're throwing 15, 16 turnovers in a game, you can't expect to win it. That's just too much sloppy basketball.
So you want to thank our sponsor, Callan.
Hi, Jim here with Wise Guys Screen Print. I'd like to show you why Wise Guys Screen Print is the wise choice for all your screen print and embroidery needs. Experienced printers, state-of-the-art equipment, ensure a perfect product every time. A fully staffed art department, and never a charge to help you with your logo and design. We're your go-to for fundraising and corporate projects with hats, shirts, jackets, and polos. At Wise Guys Screen Print, we make t-shirt dreams come true.
You seem happy.
Mr. Callahan, I just love when we can give our customers peace of mind.
Me too.
It's all because...
Fourth quarter now in just a moment here at Eagle Fieldhouse. Thanks to Callahan Heating and Cooling, our fans enjoy comfort on and off the court all season long. Whether it's heating in the winter, AC in the summer, they're the ones you call when comfort matters most. Fourth quarter here. Carthage down by a whole lot. I don't want to say the game's over. You know, things can't happen. But the Eagles here just putting on a show against them, pressing with the wide open layup.
Right there, ran that offense beautifully, came off a double screen. You know, Nixa's maybe just trying to work on some plays that they need to run and just turnover for Nixa.
Whole lot of sloppy basketball going on here.
That's
Finally,
exactly
Nixa gets the steal. Up to Liddell in transition. Tried the no-look pass over to Miller. And Ajayi, it goes in with the floater, and it's good.
And then we've seen Ajayi get a lot of minutes. We saw him get minutes in that Webb City game. We've seen him in the Summit. It just seems like they constantly rotate who's going to be that guy off the bench for them, depending on the matchups that they have.
Liddell gets a foul there. So as this game here, turbo clock is turned on. The Eagles here, next time they play will be in around 2 weeks. They're going to play the Parkview Vikings at Parkview. That'll be a game to watch for sure. Parkview kind of a slow year this year, but definitely a team you don't want to take lightly. You don't want to overlook them.
Exactly.
You don't want to overlook any team.
They're definitely a younger team. I believe a lot of juniors on their roster. And with that youth, it's going to come with those mistakes, which is why they've gotten off to a slower start. But they could be very dangerous next year. And I believe they're led by former Nixa Eagle Cordell Davis.
Lots of juniors there for sure. They'll definitely be a better team next year whenever they all develop.
Get the kinks out and everything.
Oaf misses the shot there. The other way, stolen away by Miller. Good play there, and it's on the ground for the steal.
It's a lot of hustle plays for Nixa all game, and another turnover. We see people just dive on the basketball.
Jai kicks to the corner. Liddell jabs, pulls, gets the bounce.
And just a tough shot right there. We saw that a lot in the JV game. He does a great job of using that quick first step. I mean, that stop and pop is so deadly. Rises up and gets a good shot.
Another three falls for Jonah Barrett. That's his second three of the game. I mean, that is one thing that Carthage was doing good at the start of the game, shooting threes, but since then, we're 33%.
Exactly, 5 for 15. We saw them kind of heat up a little bit. We're going 2 for 2 after starting 0 for 3 on the game, and then just kind of cooled off since then.
Good pass to Ajayi. Just takes one dribble all the way to the hole for Mathan Ajayi.
Even with the whole bench in, they're still dominating. I mean, they're doing a great job of working that ball around and creating open looks.
Pesker inside. Good move to get Oaf off of him, and the bucket as well. Skip pass over for Preston. Preston to Oaf. Oaf fadeaway jumper is too strong.
Trent now, if you're Nixa, you just kind of maybe just want to see what you have. Take some shots that you're not normally used to. You know, you're up big. You have to a little
Pharrell Mack, excuse me, with the 3 there.
Finally starting to hit the threes. Might be a little bit too little, too late.
Liddell, another, I mean, that crossover just so quick. Can't get that one to fall, but I mean,
such a deadly move.
If you can start getting those mid-ranges to fall, I mean, that is
almost
with
unguardable.
the speed that he does it at, you know, just 1-2 and then right into the shot, you know, so hard to guard.
And that was the move. I mean,
the change of pace,
exactly,
momentum, direction. I mean,
and the momentum he uses, he rises up so high when he shoots that mid-range shot. I mean, he's almost.
He has to at his height. I mean, it says 5 foot in here. It'd be give or take 2 or 3 inches, but you know, a hard shot and a guy that could definitely knock it down. Preston puts up a 3, and Miller gets the offensive rebound and fouled.
Nixa so far just dominated. Not so far, just all game dominated the rebounds, 24-13. I mean, that's if you're Carthage. I mean, after the team, you definitely got to preach boxing now. You have to preach the better passing. You know, you can't 19 turnovers expect to win it.
That number until you bring that up. They have more turnovers than rebounds.
Exactly. That just kills you. Turnovers lose you games. I mean, almost every single game you'll see the person who wins that turnover battle always wins.
Miller hits both free throws. Up to 5 now for Cameron Miller. Driving baseline, up and under. Good move for Cohen Oaks. Liddell coming the other end. Step back, pulls. I mean, he's got that shooter's touch. Second shot now that just bounces around and ends up falling for Liddell.
And you'll see him with the confidence to take that shot. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. Just
Jai to Preston. 3-pointer just rims out. I mean, he has just been getting so unlucky with these 3-point attempts recently in these games.
I feel like almost every three he has shot in these past couple games is rimmed out. I mean, you can't, not much more you can do there.
Pharrell Mack puts it up over Oaf. Won't go. Rebounded and put up again. And rebounded the Eagles.
Adele.
Just can't get the 3 to fall. I mean, he sees a couple go in, and I mean, he's seeing how they're falling today, and he's liking it with all the bouncing and still going in. Miller goes inside and blocked from behind.
And especially in a game like this, when you're up so big that you can afford to take those shots.
Oaks saves it into the corner to Mack. Mack gets past Ajayi and puts it up off the glass. Liddell bringing it down, driving inside, stops, face, and hits. I mean, Liddell, 7 straight now for the Eagles.
That ability to just start and stop so efficiently is just such a gift. When we see right there, just being able to stop almost all of his movement almost instantly, get a pump fake, get him to jump.
You know, that's something you got to practice too. Like doing that consistently. He's done it so many times that this game, it gets you. I mean, it tires you out quick.
Exactly.
And you know, that's something Seitz does too while he was on the court. That change of pace, Flint does it as well. I mean, it tires you out, but they're able to do it effortlessly. And of course they're tired. I mean, everyone gets tired, but they can continuously do it.
And credit to Liddell's work ethic. I mean, I can't count how many times I've seen him and his dad just working at the center, working on his ball handling and that quick first step, which is what we've seen all game.
Ajayi, 3 for 3 now from inside the arc. Stolen away again. Liddell goes up and fouled hard by Dominic Metlak.
They are now at 22 turnovers. Almost as many turnovers as Nixa has rebounds. That is just a terrible set to have. I mean, having 8 more turnovers than rebounds, you're never going to win a game doing that.
You know, we said Eagles averaged around 85 points per game last time they played against Republic. They were nowhere near that mark. They got around 50. But here, up to 81. Yes, it's maybe not as good as a team. But granted, this is a team you want to get back on. This is a game you want to get back on track. You know, against a poor offensive night, you come out and you do this, and it just gives you confidence. There, Mac. Excuse me, so you can say.
And especially with a game that you just had, like the last game, you know, started to struggle a little bit offensively these past couple games. And it's definitely a get on back on track game, blowing them out 82-51. And this is just going to give yourself some confidence down the road. You know, playing people like Jalen, we saw him start to get that confidence back. Just working his offensive game to perfection. And that's exactly what you want. We need that spark off the bench, and maybe Liddell can provide that.
So the Eagles come out on top tonight pretty easily, 82-51 over the Carthage Tigers. They are now 3-0 in COC competition. We have a post-game interview coming up with our player of the game, Ty Kellis. So we'll have that coming to you in just a moment. Tonight's player of the game, sponsored by Callahan Heating and Cooling, is Ty Kellis. Ty, I mean, you were on fire tonight, defensively and offensively. You had 14 points. Just how does translating that defensive game into, and then going out and getting those points offensively, how much of a part of your game is that?
Yeah, we were pressing most of the game and being really aggressive. I got most of my points off assists. Like, I think 12 of my 14 was all off assists, and it was off other people's steals. Like, I know Adam had 2, maybe 3. I know Braylon had like 3. So we were just getting aggressive this game, and lots of those steals went to points.
You guys have a big break coming up here. I think the next time you play is in around 2 weeks against Parkview. Just how do you stay focused and, you know, keep that same mentality after not playing for such a long time?
Yeah, we're just going to keep practicing. And we work on our press every day at practice, going up and down, everything. So we'll just keep on being aggressive at practice and stay in condition and keep working on what we do.
All right, well, nice job, Ty, tonight, and celebrate the win, man.
All right, thank you.
There it is, player of the game, Ty Kellis, brought to you by Callahan Heating and Cooling. We're going to wrap it up here at Eagle Fieldhouse in Nixa, Missouri. The Eagles take down the Tigers 82-51 from the Nixa Live crew, producer Jordan Burns, Evan Brett, and myself. We want to say thank you for tuning in, and good night.
You